Hey, y'all, you listen to the Gary Owen podcast. Hashtag Get Some. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen with the Get Some podcast. As always, you can listen to this. on iTunes, or you can go to youtube.com/GaryOwenCom. One more time for the slow people. youtube.com/GaryOwenCom. You know what? I'm the slow one. 3 times. Let's try to get this right. youtube.com/GaryOwenCom. Today I have a special guest.
Very special. Sorry.
You're not supposed to talk.
Babe, you were
this is why you're
speaking.
never on a talk show.
I'm just saying you were barely speaking.
What I'm saying, listen.
How many
if
times
you go on the Tonight Show, if you go on the Steve Harvey Show, if you go on, Breakfast Club, any radio show or talk show, you don't say shit until your name gets said. You can't just chime in.
The special guest, that was
you
me,
just
right?
interrupted again.
Oh, sorry.
I still haven't said your name.
You said special guest. I'm the only guest here.
The guy working the camera.
He's not a guest.
He could have been on the show. Anyways, my special guest is Kenya.
Your favorite too, right?
Not anymore.
I am.
Not anymore.
I am.
Not anymore.
Yes, I am.
What if my kids will ever do my podcast? They don't talk a lot.
No.
They talk a lot off camera, but not on.
Yeah.
So anyways, my wife wanted to come on because we did Netflix and chill. We actually watch Netflix. And there's so many good shows on Netflix. Like Ozark is really dope.
I'm so sorry.
What?
I'm so distracted by your white boy Rick shirt.
White boy Rick shirt? You don't like my white boy Rick?
Sorry.
Okay, if you're listening to this, you should probably watch it on YouTube because I got my white boy Rick shirt. Here's the thing. I've been doing my podcast for about a year and a half now. And just over the last 7-8 months, we've gone to video. And I really, sometimes I'm like this. I have to be careful. Like, did I wear that shirt already? Did I wear that shirt? And so this was in my closet. I ain't gonna lie. It's a free shirt. It's a golf shirt guy gave me in Hawaii when we were on our trip. And I was like, oh, never wore this on the podcast. I'm gonna wear it. I didn't realize how big the collar was.
Well, no, it's fine. It's just very white. You look very white. Like you look like a white man today.
Well, it's a golf shirt.
Like a
very white sport.
Established white man.
Thank you very much.
To your
black Afrocentric queen.
I know. Look, no weave hair. Okay, that's a whole nother story. But
red lipstick looks good on you, though.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, got me thinking bad thoughts. My white boy Rick shirt. Anyways, we were watching Netflix, and we've been hearing for weeks about the Fyre Festival. Fyre, Fyre Festival with Ja Rule and this other, what was the guy's name?
Brian something.
McFarlane?
Brian McFarlane.
Definitely yeah.
Brian.
Man, that was interesting.
So if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It is on Netflix, and it's in a documentary style about the behind the scenes of them putting the Fyre Festival together.
It's a Fyre Fry.
It's Fyre, sorry. And I love the way they actually spell Fyre.
Fyre Festival. Okay, I'm going to read what Wikipedia says about Fyre Festival. And on Netflix, it's called The Party That Never Happened. It says, Fyre Festival was a failed luxury music festival created with the intent of promoting the Fyre music booking app. It was scheduled to take place April 28th to 30th and May 5th to the 7th, 2017 on the Bohemian island of Grand Exuma. The event was promoted on Instagram by social media influencers, including just a bunch of people, many of whom did not initially disclose they had been paid to do so. During the Fyre Festival's inaugural weekend, the event experienced problems related to security, food, accommodations, medical service, and artist relations, resulting in the festival being postponed indefinitely. Basically everything. The only thing they had was the beach. Instead of the luxury villas and gourmet meals for which festival attendees paid thousands of dollars, they received prepackaged sandwiches and FEMA tents as their accommodation. Basically,
and it stormed. It was crazy. But not only that, the tickets were like $250. I mean, these tickets they were selling were ridiculous ridiculous. $250,000 for your villa. And then they had these bracelets. You have to watch this documentary. They had these bracelets where you can load more money onto them. And some people were loading up to like 800,000 because if you wanted some special experience, like partying with Kendall Jenner, you know, that was 10,000. So it was so crazy. But I think what was more crazy is the guy, Brian.
Billy McFarland?
Billy, sorry. Yeah.
The CEO?
Yeah, how he was getting his money. And they said he was such a salesman. He could talk you out of everything and anything. But what you do notice when you look at this documentary is how many black people you don't see.
No, the Bahamas.
Oh,
the workers. So he scammed them.
All right. Did he really just say there were workers, black workers?
You said how many black people you don't see, but you're assuming that he... But hold on, what I got out of that comment was you was implying he only scammed white people.
No, white people are only gullible like that. Black people are not spending.
What? They're gullible if they worked and did all that work and didn't get paid?
No, that just shows they hard workers. And they wanted
to
make
any
some
sense.
Money. They weren't trying to spend money. It was trying to make some money.
But they built all this stuff and worked and then didn't get paid up front. So he scammed them too.
Okay, first of all, no one gets paid up front. Usually you may get a deposit. I'm not sure if they got some sort of little token of appreciation before they started. But my point was...
You made this a racial thing.
Only elitist and rich people fall for stupid shit like that. Because as soon as somebody would have said that ticket was $250,000, I would have said I'll be watching it on TV. Because for that kind of money, y'all gonna be filming it. And you know what? They were gonna film it because I was able to see all the behind the scenes stuff from the fucking documentary. So what I am just saying is that the black people were the workers. And when you just look at tell me how many black people you see trying to go to the Fyre Festival.
But hold on. You can say that, but it was the music artist he was bringing. Blink 182. Go to Blink 182 concert. How many black people you see at that concert? It was the music artist. That was he purposely promoted that towards those social media influencers and white guests by the music act. The only black act they had was Ja Rule. That was it. And he was part of the deal.
Part of the scam.
But everybody, every music artist was white.
But do you think he chose artists that would attract the audience he thought would buy a ticket for $250? The only thing I'm saying is this: had the ticket at $35, then maybe he would have had Future on there. Maybe would have had some other stuff to attract that audience. I am saying for $250,000, you are clearly going after a different type of audience. And I doubt if the audience would be black people. I don't care how much money they got. $250,000? I doubt it. I just doubt it. That's my own thing.
On October 11, 2018, McFarland was sentenced to 6 years in prison and ordered to forfeit $26 million. Good luck getting that. What we did learn in the documentary was he didn't learn his lesson from the Fyre Festival.
No.
He had the email list and everybody's info, and he tried to scam them out of more stuff later. Because at first I was like, when I first saw it and heard about the Fyre Festival, when it happened, I was like, okay, I really thought it was just some guys that really wanted to put on a festival, got in over their heads and didn't know how to pull the plug and didn't have the money to give back. Because it sounded to me like they wanted people to pay money, and then with that money they thought was coming in, then they could start paying other things to get the festival going. It was basically borrow money from Peter to pay Paul, is what I thought it looked like. Mm-hmm. But then kind of find out, no, this dude was really, really a scammer, and it wasn't going to stop. The one thing that made me just like, whoa, when I saw the festival was he had a guy, was it Andy, the gay guy? That was helping him coordinate everything.
No. He was an older guy too.
He was an older guy. He was gay because I've been doing this for years. And and literally he said, I need you to go suck the Bohemian.
Who's ever in charge of releasing the water?
Some water in Bahamas and something. He asked him, can you go suck his dick? So he could release all this water so he can get this festival going.
Take one for the team.
Yeah. And he was literally said, I went to my hotel room, got a shower, and was gargling drank some mouthwash.
He goes, because I fresh.
He goes, I was literally going over there to suck his dick. And then we got over, the guy said, look, I just want to be the first one paid when the festival goes. You ain't got to do that. I was like this, dang, who's he? And how can I get him on some team because that dude is willing to go the extra mile to make sure a concert goes off. If I was going to scam people money, I hired him because I go, he's going to go the extra mile to get that money if you want to promote her or do a concert. That guy was willing to go suck somebody's dick.
And talk about it.
He says, I might as well say it. He was going to do it. He goes, I've been in this business 30 years.
Are any of your employees that loyal or willing to take one for the team?
I think Say would. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if he'd suck a guy's dick, but he'd probably dance. I think Say. I always said I got my guy Say, who opens for me on the road and is also my web guy. I always said he's not gay. I said, but man, let Kobe Bryant be gay, and have Kobe goes, hey man, I got some tickets to the NBA Finals. I'll give you a jersey and some shoes. Got some a dick. Say be like, man, I don't want to do that. All right. And then Say be like, but it was Kobe.
Oh.
It was Kobe. It wasn't Mark Madsen. It was Kobe.
I don't know anyone on my team that likes me or cares enough about my business that would take one.
Like, you talking about gay shit or just fuck a dude? Because your employees are all women. Do you have any male employees?
Yeah, one. But he's married.
I'm just talking. Do you have? It doesn't matter when you're talking about job and corporation.
Or cares enough about my company to take one for the team. No.
I wonder. It was very. The Fyre Festival was interesting though, and two things that took out of it. One was the Andy guy that said, "I've been doing this 30 years, and I was literally going to go suck this board of directors' dick on the Bahamas." Just so he could release this water. I'm not sure what the water was. It bottled water or was it water from the beach?
To feed all of those people they had coming in.
Yeah, he had to release all this water. And the guy just said, no, I'll just do it. And the other thing that got me was, and this was what I thought when I originally heard about the Fyre Festival was when the guy said, I was thinking it was like Woodstock. Because in Woodstock, all you hear about is the great performances. You don't hear about the hundreds of cars that were stuck on the highway for 3 days. You don't hear about all the drug overdoses, all the deaths, the mudslide. I mean, Woodstock was a fucking fiasco as far as like the accommodations and everybody, but the artists and the music is what transcended that into an iconic event. Because I guarantee if somebody went up there and bombed and gave a bad performance, but when Jimi Hendrix played the national anthem and it was just, there's so many even in name. So many legends that you saw. Nobody even cared. And the guy was like, if he can get all these artists and we can get enough liquor and everybody and the party's going, then people might let the other stuff go. The guy he was bright, but not that bright. That's where you got it. You needed black people on the staff because black people would have got some buffets together. I guarantee you that. And let me tell you something. I don't know if you're white and you've never had Caribbean food, all of a sudden you eat some oxtails and some peas and rice and some plantains, you'd be like, this, it's so flavorful. I don't even mind sharing. Oh, come sit in my tent. Come on, taste this. What is this? What is this? Yeah. This chicken is amazing. Well, how did they make it?
Well, what I got from it is Ja Rule ain't shit. And he is just an equal. Once they were doing the recap, remember when they got together to do the recap? Yeah. He was like, no. It's not fraud. Let's just say it was false advertising. And I guess he's part of this $100 million lawsuit. And he's trying to say he didn't really know. He was sort of bamboozled too. But once you see the doc, you know he knew. And because he did that, I really do enjoy the pettiness of 50 Cent. It just cracks me up and I can't help it. I just enjoy some of the shit he says and does. But I was really like, 50, that wasn't cool when he bought the Ja Rule tickets, the first 3 rows, and nobody was going to be there. But now I wish he would have bought the first 5 rows. And I wish he'd do it every time Ja Rule goes to perform because what he did was so beyond fucked up. And the fact that he can't say, I did it, I tried to get away with it, but don't try to act stupid now because I've seen the documentary and we know you were an equal part in this whole scam you guys did to these rich white kids. You see, I said,
would you still listen to his music? Ja Rule?
I do like that one song with Ashanti.
What about, but see, if 50 Cent buys the first couple of the ticket, if he buys all them rows, it doesn't matter because promoters could care less. Promoters don't care if you're a good artist or not. They just want to put asses in the seats and are they going to make their money? So if 50 Cent is buying the first 3-5 rows. Ja Rule's going to stay
I
working.
don't think it's about the promoter, though. I think it's about mind fucking Ja Rule to be performing to all those empty seats. Like, do you still give
You
it
get
your
over
all?
it. Yeah, you get over it.
You get over it?
Mm-hmm. You get over it.
Well,
It fucks with your head as a promoter when... No, it fucks with your head as an artist when there's nobody in the arena or the theater, and you got the promoter, your agent, going, I don't know what happened, and they try to come up with all these excuses. Now, if you get there and there's nobody there because somebody bought all the tickets and didn't show up, they're like this. They want you back. Oh, they loved you. They want you back.
I don't know. I think when your tickets on Groupon for $15 and the first 5 rows or 3 rows are empty,
you can't knock Groupon. Groupon, people. That's what people got it fucked up about Groupon.
Or it was just the regular.
But you implied since he's on Groupon, he's not popping.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's not it.
I have seen some of y'all.
Most
Groupon.
artists, you don't. This is somebody outside the business. Most artists don't know how Groupon works because when you got so if I do a theater date. Like every year, let me give an example. Every year I do Dallas for New Year's Eve. And every year we sell 300 tickets on Groupon. That's it. We sell 300. Because it is what it is. You sell 300 tickets on Groupon because what it is you're giving people a deal real quick for 24 hours. And then the word of mouth gets out there. And then you got people that might have not known you was in town that doesn't listen to a hip hop station or isn't at the barbershops or isn't at where the posters are up. Then they're like this, I didn't even know Gary was coming. And if they don't get it within that 24 hours that the tickets sell out, then they're going. And keep in mind, the 300 tickets we sell on Groupon are not front row seats. They're probably in the balcony section.
Okay.
But it's still, every time we've done it, the tickets sell quick.
Okay. I'm just going to say, that's still funny. Anybody's tickets are on Groupon. I'm sorry. I know that's so childish of me, but because you are so worth your 65, 55, 75, wherever you're at. But it is still kind of funny when you say your tickets are on fucking Groupon.
Fuck you.
You go to get
so you sell a ticket,
and I couldn't. Okay, I'm just.
Hey, if you guys want to book if you guys want to go on a good vacation, don't use Joy World Travel.
Well, that's not the name of it. And
Joy Travel World, whatever your travel agency is.
Don't mess up our food.
What your travel agency is not putting food on the table. You trying to fuck it up.
Gary gets so sensitive. I swear, to be a comic, you got to get tougher skin.
Fuck you.
Groupon.
Fuck off. Look, I make sure. Look, when I do my New Year's Eve show, we strategically plan what day the Groupon sale goes for that day.
Babe,
and it really does work. And
at
first I felt like you did until I saw like Comedy Get Down. And I saw other comedy shows that do the same thing. I said, that's what it is.
Like I said, I've seen a lot of artists, not only comics, but it's still just kind of funny. Because when we think of Groupon, we think of like buy one, get half off the motorboat company or that. I don't know, or I'm.
You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when I was talking to Shaq about shoes. And he said the only shoes that stay are Jordans. Jordans have stood the test of time for 30 years. They've been the top seller. He goes, a lot of people don't realize that my shoes are second behind Jordan because he sells them at Walmart. And he sells them at affordable prices. He goes, I did it on purpose because they stay selling. And I put my brand on it. He goes, so some of these basketball players, you see them get a shoe deal and then they disappear, or they switch companies. They'll be at Nike for a little bit and then they're not. They're over at Converse. They're over at Pony, or they just don't sell. Now, I do think Kevin Durant has changed the narrative and somewhat LeBron James since then. But still, the number one selling shoe when you think of basketball Nike is Jordan. A lot of people don't know Shaq's shoes been selling for over 20 years because he keeps them in Walmart. So I just think Groupon is...
It's
I just
fine.
think like Shaq.
Groupon's fine, especially if you need
1 day.
2 for 1.
1 day. Ain't no 2 for 1. It's just discount tickets. I don't do 2 for 1.
No, I'm just saying if you need a meal.
Just shut your mouth. You like your house with nothing in your cabinets?
Listen.
You like that?
Listen. In fact, I'm about to go lay on my money bags right now. I appreciate those Groupon sales. I appreciate when there are no Groupon sales.
Just shut your mouth.
What I am saying is you are worth...
I wish I would have taken you to the Fyre Festival and dropped your ass off. Be like, good luck getting back. Have fun at the concert.
Listen, you wasn't dropping my black ass off anywhere.
No, you'd be at the Bahamas. No, I'd be like, babe, I got you a free trip to the Bahamas.
Nope. I need to see the paperwork. I want to see the confirmation to the hotel. Ain't nobody just going to be dropping me off.
But they thought they were at villas till they got there.
These were...
You've been ripped off before. Stop acting like you haven't.
I'm trying to.
You got ripped off when we first started dating. Some dude ripped you off.
Oh, what did he rip me
And
off?
I was so upset with you.
Tell me.
It was $2,000. And you invested in something. I said, that don't sound right. And then the dude, when he didn't get the money back, he goes, you knew the risk? Because I was asking for his info. I said, what's his info? I'm going to call him. He's like, no. I was like this.
Okay,
when he got,
all right.
Listen to this.
You know what?
Hold on.
I've got ripped off twice.
Hold on. I'm okay if you invest in something and everyone equally invests. Like if this dude said, look, I got 5 people. We're all putting $2,000 and we're going to see. Well, I got a good feeling about it. There's always no guarantees. I'm okay with that if it didn't make money or happen. What I don't like is when somebody says, yeah, invest. There's when people say we can't lose, you're going to fucking lose. When they say we can't lose, you're going to fucking lose. So as soon as Kenya came to me, and this is when we first started dating, and said, dude, the dude said we can't lose. I was like this. It's almost like when people say, let's break bread together. I said, oh my God, this is never going to happen. We're never going to eat together. When people say, I want to break some bread with you. Let's break bread. Hey, Garrett, let's break bread. Let's make this money. I'm like, never going to happen.
Oh.
But when the dude got smart with you, though, I was like, you knew the risk? You knew the risk? I was like this. What's his number? I was so hot. Even though I probably wouldn't have done anything, I probably just call him like,
no.
So what was that? What was that stupid ass investment Groupon?
It wasn't anything Groupon, but what was it?
Groupon went around back then. It was like 98.
I don't know, but I've been ripped off twice, actually.
Who was the other one?
A friend of mine.
Oh, we got ripped off 3 times.
3 times?
We got ripped off together. You got me ripped off. What was your other rip off? I'll tell you the third one, which was big.
I told you. I loaned a friend money.
Who?
I'm not going to. You always be liking to be dropping people's names. I'm not going to drop no name.
Give me. How would I know who it is?
A friend. I loaned a friend money.
White or black?
She's not she's neither of those. She could be other.
I didn't know you knew an Asian person.
Well, she could be other stuff.
I don't know.
Okay.
Do I know about it?
Yes.
Was it a large amount?
How large? What's large? Is $2,000 large?
Depends on where you're at in life. Was it over 2,000?
Mm-mm.
Was it over 1,000?
Yes.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know that she ripped you off.
Well, when somebody says they're going to pay you back and they never pay you back and they getting facials and buying cars and stuff.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
It feels like a ripoff.
Yeah, that's a definite ripoff for sure.
Yeah.
You got us, and I'm stupid, but I still blame you. First house we bought in California. And I don't mind dropping their names. Duke and Di. You fucking pussy ass, terrible realtors. You saw a young couple coming and you motherfuckers ripped us off.
So the thing is,
Di, you're a bitch. And Duke, you're a fucking dick.
Oh my God. Oh,
you know what the fuck you was doing, bitch ass motherfuckers.
Okay. This is going real left.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, karma, they don't
Hope you
work
got
together.
hemorrhoids in your dick.
Oh, okay. Anyways, it's fine. It's not fine.
They ripped us off.
But
they
knew represented,
what
and this is when I didn't know, your real estate agent really should just represent you. When they want to do this duo representation, you don't want it. Okay, so that was our problem. They represented us and also the seller. So we weren't getting the best deal that we should have.
Oh, they ripped us off.
So
that was my first homeowner buy. Nightmare. Here's what's bad about it. So we buy this house.
Nice.
Fuck them. We buy this house in California. Sits on the top of a hill. It's a beautiful house, beautiful property, everything. And we had to sell it because we got in over our heads and we had to sell it. It was like, we can't afford this house anymore. And then we come to find out there was all these little things that really we were never going to make money on it like we thought when we sold it. And to buy a house in California, if you have a house for over 5 years and then you're going to resell it, you should make money. This is one of the best places to get your money back. It costs a lot to live here, but also when you sell your house, if you upgrade, and we did quite a few upgrades to the house, you should definitely make your money back. It should be obviously.
And it wasn't a down. It wasn't like during the real estate dump. It wasn't.
Hell
like,
no. This wasn't about that.
So
what about that? So what made it bad though? We couldn't afford the house. We realized we can't afford it, so we sell it. And then I'm not lying. 2 weeks after we sell it, I drive up just to see because we had like a driveway. The dude that bought it already put a big ass gate on it, so we couldn't really go up to the house. And all I saw was all this construction. I go, oh, this motherfucker going in. He got a good deal. And we had to get another house. Now we're renting a house because we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. And the house we rent is at the bottom of this mountain. So every day I could see the old house. So I'm looking up every day like this. This is where we used to live. And now we're just in like a normal suburb. But I was like, this is our house. Why is it got 3 stories now? Is that a diving board? He's got a water slide.
We should do a house tour.
Of like all the houses we used to live in?
And like take a picture.
I said that.
Oh, then we should do it. Why haven't we done it?
Why do you go on my podcast and act like you just came up with an idea that I told you years ago?
He did.
But we should. I said, what's cool is, we've been together 20 years. We should go to all the old houses we used to live and just do a timeline, of the first house we moved in Glendale, California, which was actually a cool little spot. That wasn't a bad spot.
Was it still there? Didn't we just try to drive by it?
No, it's still there. Okay. The only thing that bad about that, didn't have a washer and dryer. We had to go like the washer and dryer was for the building. Even there was only like 8 units in it. Yes. You had to share. I didn't like that. Okay. Now you need a washer and dryer.
Yeah.
Are you that busy? You gotta be on your phone? Really?
No. You picked up your phone like 3 times. I haven't said anything.
I'm doing time checks. Time checks.
Oh, okay.
So you were typing. I didn't. You never see me pick up my phone and start typing.
I wasn't even typing.
So, anyways, yeah, that was going. Then the house in La Crescenta, we got ripped off. Fucking Duke and Die. Listen, I don't like to call people's names out, but those two, yeah. If you know any
Jerry
realtor,
loves to call people's names out.
I did not. When I be talking about you, I don't talk about the guys that talk to you. Anyways, Duke and Die. It was a real estate duo. Man, if you're still out there.
They're not together anymore. I don't even know if they're still alive. They were older
Duke
than
was
us.
gay.
Oh, so what?
He was so gay and act like he wasn't. He was so gay. I'm just saying, if you're going to be gay, just be gay. Don't lie about it. I like black girls. I never lied about it. I like black girls. Don't try to talk to me if you're not. That's what I be telling people.
If you're not black?
My whole life. That's not him. Somebody tried to find him. I don't know if Duke was his last name or first name, but Duke and Die.
Duke and Die.
Hey, YouTubers and iTunes people driving right now, listen to the podcast. If you know real estate agents in Southern California, go by Duke and Die. Don't get a fucking house by them. They're thieves. They saw a young couple coming, and I was stupid. Okay. My dumb ass just goes, okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Well, anyways, I don't know if they're even in real estate anymore. And allegedly, they're thieves.
No, they're thieves. They're freaking thieves. Let's try to get on something happy.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too. What?
That sounds real happy.
Well, I'm still salty over the Groupon comment. Sorry about that. So, why don't you show your love on Groupon and buy me something from Groupon?
I think they got 10 pins for like $3 or something like that.
Have you watched anything else good on Netflix?
Okay, so listen, seriously, every time we recommend that you guys see something, it's always been good. Remember, we recommended Whitney, the documentary on Whitney. That was really good.
I saw that on the plane, though. I didn't see that on Netflix.
Yeah, I recommended you to watch it.
You did tell me to watch it. It was good.
And then, didn't you tell your podcasters?
Yeah, it was good.
And then, so now we've recommended Fyre. Why do you keep saying fry?
I don't know. It's not even spelled like a fry. It's Fyre. Fire.
Oh, sorry. I do think that's a cool name, though.
I was more, getting back to that, I learned a lot from that. I learned how he spent top dollar on social media influencers, of how, they start tweeting stuff and things go through the roof. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, I experienced that recently. Like when I go on the road now, I usually when I'm home, I try to find a good barber. And I have a hard time finding a decent barber for whatever. I went to Great Clips for a long time, Sports Clips. But then when you get a good haircut, I'm going to throw this goddamn
Babe, phone. It could be the kids.
When you get a good, I'm just kidding. When you get a good haircut, then you want another one. So I was in Pittsburgh last week, and I had this guy, and his Instagram was Cuts by Llewellyn. Man, he faded me up.
It was good.
In between shows. He came, hooked it up. He reached out to me and sent me a message and was like, yo, I'd like to cut you when you're in Pittsburgh. So I went to his Instagram page. I was like, oh, he's legit. So he came, cut it up, everything. And he already bought tickets to see me. And he just, he just wanted the shout out if he liked the haircut. I said, yeah, of course. Boom, took care of him. When I was in Phoenix a couple weeks ago, I used the guy to cut my hair in Phoenix. Mm-hmm. And again, he wanted this. And I was like, oh, it's kind of like when I watched the Fyre Festival. I was like, they use social media influencers to get them people, to get more people and get the buzz going. I was like, so I have 1.3 million.
Are you an influencer?
Well, I have 1.3 million Instagram followers. Mm-hmm. And not to mention, another almost 2 million on Facebook, and then a couple hundred on Twitter. So when I post it, it goes to all those different media outlets. So as soon as I press click, 3 million people are going to see, what it is. So you should get more people that want their haircut, especially if I'm shouting you out. Now, the one guy that gave me a great haircut in Houston, though, but he straight tried to rip me off. Ooh. I called a buddy of mine, and I get to Houston a couple months ago. I was like, yo, you know anybody can cut my hair? And he was like, yeah, I got this guy. I said, all right, well, how much? He goes, 150. I said, you must be fucking high. I go, for one, I'm white. I don't have designs going in my hair. And white hair is a lot easier to cut than black hair. Mm-hmm. Way easier. I mean, the clipper's just, it's like butter. It goes right through my hair. Mm. I think Asian hair is probably the easiest. That thing's, there's thin. But he's 150. I said, he must be high, dude. So I end up paying, I think whatever I paid, it wasn't 150. Mm-hmm. And then he asked for the picture. And then he gets on his page and pumps me like 5 times. Cut his hair, did a video, Instagram story, Snapchat. I'm like this. Then they had nerve, hey, can you post it? I go, no. You charged me.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to charge me and get you business.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no. You know what I mean?
So you really said no?
And I always tip. I tip the barbers.
So you said no?
I didn't repost it.
Did you tell them no, or you just didn't do it?
I just didn't do it.
Oh.
So, yeah, so I am a social media influencer. And then, now it's funny, man, I did the guy in Pittsburgh and I posted the guy from Phoenix, and now barbers are hitting me up every time I come to a city. They're like this, yo, man, let me cut you up. And my hair's easy. Yeah. It's not like it literally takes 15 minutes. I think you should
have them come to the club and not to your room.
Yeah, they come to my club. Yeah, come to the club. Yeah. Without question. Yeah. Come to the room.
Right.
Well, I will say in Phoenix, the guy came to the room, but he came to the extra room. He didn't come to my room.
What the fuck? What?
Because in my contract, I have 3 rooms in my rider.
Yeah.
That's not on Groupon. So every time I come to a city, What is
the extra room used for?
Well, I have Brad and Say.
Oh, so
but that weekend, Brad didn't come. Or was it Say? Yeah, Brad didn't come. So he came the night before. So Brad and Say weren't in town yet. So I had 2 extra rooms just sitting there. Oh. So I had to meet me at the hotel, and he cut my hair in one of the extra rooms. So I told him, I said, make sure you clean it early because I didn't want Brad getting there and it was dirty.
Okay. So. Yeah.
So there's white man hair in my room. So I look at it like, oh yeah, I am kind of a social media influencer on a lower level.
I wonder how many followers does it take to become an influencer?
I think it also depends on where you're at. Like you could have 100,000 followers on Instagram. And maybe that ain't enough. But if you're like a local promoter and 90,000 of your followers are in Houston, let's say.
Yeah.
That's probably just as many as some other people got.
Right.
Because there's Dallas has the website Party Chasers. So when I do a deal, I always try to, like I said, I always do like after parties with them because their deal is we'll promote your show. Mm-hmm. And then, but we're also saying we're having the official after party, So kind of you're scratching each other's backs in that term.
Yeah.
Because you're on all their social media outlets pumping your show.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of times that's how that works. I know some people are going to say, like, yeah, you cheap motherfucker, pay for a haircut. I'm like, I'm not saying I won't.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I pay for haircuts. Yeah. But I'm also like, when I go to a city though, it's also like, they not like that fresh cut to start the weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like I perform better.
Right. Oh, do you?
I do. So when I get that fresh cut, I'm like, yeah. I will say the guy in Houston, he's the first one to use a razor blade on my head. Like he took I said, man, I really got to trust you. Oh. And then I just like the way it feels.
Yeah. Did he do a hot towel and all that?
No, but he used shaving cream. He was like,
oh, okay.
Yeah. It actually felt pretty good.
Maybe
look forward to going bald.
No.
Really?
No. You think you have a good head for a bald?
I was in the military, it was bald. When I got the buzz cut, when you first joined when you first day in boot camp.
Really?
Everybody.
I have to see do you have those pictures?
Yeah, I posted it one time. Somebody sent it to me. I wish I had my boot camp. I'm sure I got my boot camp yearbook somewhere.
Oh.
I'm sure I got it somewhere.
So you had a good head for that?
Mm-hmm. It was decent. It was decent. I mean, it's changed over 25 years, but I don't know. It seemed like it was all right. I definitely got a couple dents. I got a calic in the back. Because sometimes I leave my head down, it looks like I'm going bald.
Yes.
But it's not. It's like I got 2 universes right here. Oh. They kind of circle, so it makes it look like, but I'm not. But it's always been like that. It always looks like I'm thinning in the back, but it's just I got these 2 big calics.
Yeah.
So my hair grows weird.
Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about hair because I'm going through a weird thing right now in my hair too. So
any other recommendations for Netflix?
Oh, Abducted in the daylight or... Oh,
So no. Okay, it's not that good. If you can remember the title, it's not that good. Because everybody, nobody.
Someone told me that it's something on Hulu called Harlots that is so good. It's about whores.
Anything about whores is good.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it.
Do we even have Hulu?
I don't know. Maybe one of the kids will just get their passwords.
I don't know.
But I do want to see it.
But clearly you haven't watched anything good on Netflix because nobody's ever seen The Color Purple and went, the movie. The movie where the girl went to Africa.
In plain sight. Boom.
The girl went to Africa.
Boom. Another documentary.
And then the dad didn't give her the letters.
It's good.
And then the singer came and the guy wanted to drink the bath water.
The abductor got into a relationship with the wife, the husband, and the daughter, and stole the daughter a couple of times, but abducted in plain sight. You should watch that.
I never heard of it. Who's in it?
I don't know. It's a doc of some white people.
Okay, what about a couple weeks ago when Liam Neeson made the comment talking about a good actor who I love?
Liam Neeson should have just shut the fuck up. I don't even know why. It wasn't even a reason why he needed.
Nobody knows what you're talking about right now.
Well, because I'm like building.
You can't get mad, and nobody knows what you're mad about. Let me set this up. Oh. So Liam Neeson said a relative of his got raped by a black man, and he literally went walking the streets looking for a black man to kill. He was just hoping a black guy would come up and approach him or smart off to him, so he had a reason to kill him. That's how angry he was, and he basically said he apologized and he hated that he got to that point mentally how he could think like that. So I was just wondering, as a black woman, what you feel about that?
I think sometimes people talk too much. That's exactly what I think. I think it was no reason to even mention that. I think it for what? I don't even know why it came up. He should just kept it to himself. So now you have to do a lot of back explaining. Oh, I'm really not a racist. I'm not a racist. And I am a huge Liam Neeson fan. I love his movies, but for him to be walking the streets, he should have just shut up. I don't understand. That's what I mean. People don't always have to be talking. Sometimes you just shut the fuck up, and he should have. He's made a lot more problems for himself than he needed to.
I disagree.
So
I think anytime you can say you were at a dark place and then you can explain why you felt that way and how, not that it was right, but you were to a point where you was like that, where I feel like you can help people that that might be there. You know, can you, I mean, just not even go there.
He learned a lot from that. He did say that. He learned a lot and couldn't believe he had felt like that. I am just saying, I guess the older I get, I like easy. I like hassle-free, drama-free. I like easy. So for me, I am thinking where I am now in life, if honestly, had I ever, and this has never happened, if I've ever sat in a living room talking about white people, it probably wouldn't come up. I just wouldn't bring it up. It was 25, 40 years ago, whatever. It would just not be something I would think like, I think I need to share that right now. Because what good is really going to come out of it? Because right now, ain't nothing good coming out of it for Liam Neeson.
No, I think if you're holding that burden, though, inside of you for so long.
I just doubt if Liam was losing sleep over the fact.
He's been through a lot. His wife passed away unexpectedly. Right. And he's probably just, I don't know why the conversation came around. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. I thought it was healthy. I think whenever you're not coming from a place of you're attacking somebody or you're saying, yeah, I wish I would have killed that black person. He was basically saying, I was at a dark place because a relative of mine got killed. Got raped by a black man. Uh-huh. So we went out there looking, and I hate that happened. And I hate that I was ever in a place where I felt like that. I don't know. He didn't kill anybody. Nothing happened. It was years ago. And he's just saying, I think he probably held that for a long time. And now that he got to talk about it and release it, because nobody has been attacking him for it like that. Nobody's been like, let's protest Liam Neeson. We're not seeing any of his movies anymore.
I beg to differ. I'm reading all these comments, and so far I have seen nothing good. So if what good came out of it is he has released the burden of knowing he walked through the streets hoping some black person would try to come at him in some sort of way, then I guess he got what he wanted. But what I'm saying is, I just think he should have shut up. I don't see any good coming out of it. right now for him. I think it was unnecessary. To me, he's added more burden on himself by having to constantly explain himself, what he was really doing, why he did it, how he knows it's wrong, and I don't know.
So what should have been the solution? Let's say he's been...
Shut up.
No.
Zip
You
it.
can't. No. Because you can't say that. Because, I mean, you can't say that. But I think it's... When someone's carrying around something like that for a long time, who do they tell? Who do they release it to?
Okay, so I guess part of my problem is I don't really think it was a burden to him. I think he was just in conversation.
But if it was...
and mentioned this thing.
If it was a burden to him.
Then I would maybe have more empathy, but I don't think it was a burden. That's just it. I just think he was in the middle of a conversation and, oh yeah, I did this thing. I think it came out like that. I don't think it's like I've been losing sleep. I'm reevaluating my life and bad choices I make. I just don't think it was like that. So I think he should have just zipped it. That's what I think.
I don't.
So
we'll just agree to disagree on this. Yeah. But I just, I have, maybe I have a lot more empathy for people than you do because you are kind of cold sometimes. You have a very cold heart. That's
true.
I'm a lot more forgiving also. Because obviously it's another extreme, but I'm saying if you did something wrong years ago and now you're in prison for it and you keep going in front of a parole board, it's almost like, why you keep bringing that up?
No. You have to then bring it up in front of the parole board.
Mm-hmm.
This was him sitting around talking to an interviewer or somebody, a reporter. He just did not need to bring it up. But if he felt he needed to get it off, I hope he's getting whatever he wanted out of it.
But what if he helps somebody? Like, if something tragic happens to somebody, you don't want them to hate a whole culture or a whole race because of one individual's actions.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I took out of it. He was like, I hated the fact that I was at such a dark place because I was so hurt and angry because it's a family member. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Thank God nobody did come across them. Mm-hmm. But I think that's why he said it. So I don't knock him for that. Well, I'm glad nothing happened.
And I'm not mad at him. It doesn't make me like dislike him. I'm sorry that's what he chose to do, but I am glad no one got hurt. But what I'm saying is I just think he's just added more drama to a life and he didn't need to.
But some people want it. Not that they want the drama, but
the conversation.
They want the conversation because they can finally talk about it.
Yeah.
Because you've been holding on to it forever. Because think about it. He's probably been holding on to it. Like every time he's walking by himself down the street and a black guy walked by him, he was probably like, man, it probably comes up every time he thinks about it. He's probably that part of his life. He was like, man, there was a time where I really wanted to kill a black guy that walked by me by himself.
You think let me tell you, I have not lived a perfect life. However,
we know that. Just kidding.
However, the things, that I did or the people I dated, it does not haunt me.
You're different though.
And I'm not saying they were all the best relationships or
Clearly
anything
not.
like that, but I don't wake up thinking about them. I don't go to bed thinking about them. I'm not in the streets naming people's name. I mean, I'm just not, I don't know. I think life happens and you come with like, damn, okay, when I was 20, I dated somebody that had a girlfriend or whatever. I ain't losing sleep over it. I wouldn't do it now. But I don't know. I think life happens. I don't know. I think you just should have shut up about it.
Well, I will say okay, let's try to end the podcast on a high note, somewhat high note. So about a month ago, we finally, we got out of our house in Ohio. We sold our house in Ohio.
But we have another house in Ohio.
No, we don't. I posted a picture. She don't know when to stop. Just don't cut me off. Let me finish.
Okay.
So see, that's the problem. That's why Liam Neeson
was walking.
Would have never attacked you because he'd be like, okay.
No, he wouldn't.
She won't shut up. I'm gonna have to kill this lady because she's gonna kill somebody.
Oh, I'm for sure telling.
So listen. So we got rid of our house about a month ago. It's crazy because I posted a picture of our house on my Instagram page, and as I took like 5-6 random shots and I posted them like that. I really didn't want to leave our house because I had so many memories in it. So as I posted it, I just thought, some people will comment on it. Man, I made a post where I said, I feel like the Fresh Prince on the last episode when he turned off the lights when he was leaving the house. And I just said to anybody that feels like life it's just, you're not getting a break and life's just coming down on you. I go, just know I grew up in a trailer park. So anything's possible. I could live in a house like this. And since then, we got an apartment, not a house, in Cincinnati, which I really like the apartment because there's a lot of things around. We basically kind of live in a mall in Cincinnati. So now that we've been out of the house officially for a month, do you miss it? Or would you rather be there or here?
Well, I do think this house is.
Anyways, listen,
my
that's what you do to me. I like the old house, but I like this house too.
No, I think this house, once the yard, we finish up with the backyard and everything, I think this is the dream house. But yeah, it was a lot of good memories. We had a lot of, it was a fantastic house for that point of where we were. Kids were in high school and, were younger. I don't know. It was a good house. And now this house for this next stage is a great house for us. I am excited though. I'm really, really excited about the new apartment.
In Cincinnati?
I am so excited about that.
I spent more time there than you. It's dope. When you can live in a place where you don't have to get in your car, and there's restaurants and stores,
movie theater,
everything. There's a comedy club right down the street.
So
not right down the mall. Like I can literally go there if I wanted to. Just like, hey, you guys got open mic?
Yeah. And guess what? We may be able to get some tickets on Groupon.
Here's what's fun. No, here's what's funny about that was fucked up. Here's what's funny about the building we moved in Cincinnati, right? The apartment we got is funny because when we get there, they give you like this welcome amenity package. And in the amenity package is 4 tickets to the Funny Bone. Don't need that. And then there was like this little credit card looking thing that's supposed to give you 10% off of all the retail shops and restaurants within the complex, right? And literally, I bought candles and I bought some candles and soap from one spot. They didn't accept the credit card. I went to 2 different restaurants. They didn't accept the credit card. Then, when the Super Bowl was on a couple weeks ago, I was watching the Super Bowl at the apartment, and I ordered pizza. I'm going to order pizza. So there's a place called Pies and Pints is in the complex, right? So I ordered pizza from there. I said, I'm a resident here. Do you guys deliver to residences within the mall, basically? And they go, not on the weekends. When the fuck do you think people ordering food to be delivered? It's not during the week. It's on the weekend. That's when people are having guests over and there's parties and we want shit delivered. I'm like, not on the weekends. Don't deliver during the week.
That's funny.
I was just like this. So far, all these welcome amenities suck. The apartment's great. The location's great, but they all suck. I went to one place called the North Star Cafe, which is great food, by the way. So I go down there. I hand the credit card. That lady looked at me like I handed her pesos. She just looked at it and said, she literally tried to swipe it. I go, no, there's not a credit card. It shows I live here. 10% off. She goes, I don't know nothing about this. And then the guy goes, oh, no, we don't accept it. We don't accept that. I went, it's the most pointless 10% credit card I've ever had.
I'm sorry. I got Gary running around the complex looking like a fool with this discount card that doesn't work. I'm
making fun of my Groupon.
Right. I'm sorry.
Listen, my bill was $13 at North Star Cafe. So I really was mad about that $1.30 that I didn't get to save. Really mad.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, all right. This has been a insightful episode. What we won't be doing, we won't be getting any sponsors from Groupon. Thanks to my wife.
I love Groupon.
Tiffany Haddish got a goddamn ad campaign because she hyped up Groupon. My wife's downgraded it. I think it's funny that tickets won't sell Groupon.
The word Groupon is just kind of funny. I'm sorry.
No, free is funny. Ticket giveaways are funny. I don't do that. Jesus Christ, woman.
Aw, I'm so sorry.
You got to get the promotion game on
I'm
point.
Sorry.
I'm happy when
Groupon.
I see it.
In fact, we're about to go on Groupon and find us some deals right now.
No, we're not. We're not going to do that. Mm-hmm. She's lying. Mm-mm. She hasn't seen Groupon ever. All right. Anyways, this is a great episode. We'll see you guys next week with the Gary Owen Get Some podcast. If you want to listen to my podcast, just go to iTunes, search Gary Owen, #GetSome.